posting up out of the blocks, triple extension out of the blocks, having great force application at the blocks, as I mentioned before, feeling like you're condensed like a spring and having that explosion out of the blocks to be able to apply force, overcome inertia. Whole body becomes in one line in the first step, 45 degrees with the ground. The thigh comes up to be about 90 degrees with the torso. Once the thigh gets to the top, the athlete will apply force, push down and back to propel the body up and forward. Continue to do that non-stop. Every time the foot hits the ground, the athlete will push till the knees fully extended, the hips fully extended, the body reassembles on one line. And continue to do that as the body naturally rises and naturally comes up till the body becomes completely upright with the ground. 90 degrees with the ground. The athlete continue to bring their knees up with their thigh in front of them, knee angle with the torso still 90 degrees. Once the knee comes to the top, athlete is very active at pushing down right underneath them, applying vertical force application all the way to the finish line. Arms are doing the same thing. Out of the blocks, the back hand will come up. You're gonna hammer down and back, pushing with the arms down and back. The elbow extends, the shoulder extends as the body comes up. And once the body's upright with the ground, arms are going down, hammering down with the arms. The world-class sprinters, if you film them from the side and watch any video of a world-class sprinter, you see their arm almost completely straight as it passes the body back, which we always, a lot of the time, middle school coaches, high school coaches that are not very experienced, they ask the athlete to keep the knee angle at 90 degrees all the time, which this is not what really happens. We want the athlete to extend their joints, apply force, and as we mentioned before, force application is the limiting factor in faster sprinting. Okay, now we're gonna do some reaction drills that we usually do before getting down the blocks. First one will be arm separation. You're gonna separate your arms on my clap. Set. Set. Okay, next drill, we're gonna separate the arms and use the legs, get a little knee extension, little hip extension. So jump in your place and separate your arms. Okay, set. Okay, a little bit quicker, Jim. Set. Now, as a coach, you want to play with the timing, make it shorter, make it longer, because we want to eliminate any anticipation and develop actual reaction. So one more time with that one, I might play with the timing, so no anticipation, please. Set. All right, that was great. Good job. Okay, next one, that's our last one. You're going to give me 8 strokes with the arms with no jumping, okay? On my clap. Set. Okay, one more time. Set. Great job.
At that time, that's when you find your mechanisms. Either you remember a song that you're listening to and warm up, you find breathing techniques, but some way you have to calm yourself down before that race. Otherwise, the race can turn to disaster. We get to the line, we go through our routine. That routine is set up so that there are no other distractions. You want to be thinking about the least amount of things as possible, so that routine that we set up is natural. We can do it in our sleep, we can do it blindfolded. So that's just a prompt to get us ready to go in the race. So once the gunman says, runners to your marks, that's when I stop thinking. Everything's at the door. I'm about to explode at the blocks and see what happens. I'm at the blocks, I'm lining up, my head is down, everything is tuned out. I am in tune with whatever I plan myself to do. When the gunman says set, I take a deep breath in. When he says go, I explode out with all the air in my belly and just let the controlled chaos within me take over. I guess I developed good reaction time by just focus. Quieting the mind and realizing that the gun is going to come next. And the moment that gun goes off, this is what I'm about to do. Other people develop reaction time by years of playing video games or years of just doing other sports. And I played multiple sports when I was young, so I was pretty athletic by the time I got to track. So reaction time was second nature. There's also those kids who I realized the most competitive people are the ones who play video games nonstop. They learn how to, they don't stop. They don't turn the video games off. So when it comes to the track, they will not stop until they win. And so I feel like there's a lot to learn from video games. I don't play video games myself, but if I would have done it all over again, maybe I would have incorporated some stuff. But the first 3 steps, that's when it's a bad thing, but I'm most aware of my competitors because they're usually right there. I know how many steps the person in lane 8 is taking. I know how many breaths the person in lane 1 is taking. It's a bad thing for me because I think too much, but after the 3rd step for me, that's when everything starts getting going. And I tune them out and everything starts clicking. Everything just falls into place after that. And I know whether it's going to be a bad race or a good race from the 4th step on out.